Lou Groza will kick off for the Cleveland Browns, going south to north. Homer Jones and Dick James on the Giants goal line. The chips are down on this one. His hand high in the air. He moves up on the ball. He boots far downfield. Jones takes it on the 10, drops the ball, picks it up on the 12, the 15, the 22. He's brought down. He was hit on about the 17, get it up to about the 22. It was Tom Hutchinson who hit him on the 17, and he went forward up to the 22. So it's first and 10 to go for the Giants on their own 22-yard line. Giants huddling on about their own 12. Up to the line of scrimmage come the Giants. Gifford flank to the right side. Thomas is also split slightly to the right side. Morrison to the left side. Ball goes to the wheelwright, who pulls, picks up to about the 24. Going off the right side, the play is piled up by Jim Kinnicky. The front four for the Cleveland Browns, Paul Wiggin at left end, Dick Modulescu, a former Giant, at left tackle, Jim Kinnicky at right tackle, Bill Glass at right end. Up to the line of scrimmage come the Giants. It's 2nd and 8 from their own 24. Gifford split wide again to the right side. Tittle looks over his offense. Morrison split a little bit more on the left side with Thomas tight on the right side. Tittle gives the ball in there to James on what was an attempted cross buck with James going from left to right. There is no gain on the play with Bill Glass making the stop. A slight loss on the play. It could be 3 and 9. Third down, 9 yards to go. The key down in this series of downs. The linebackers, Jim Houston, left linebacker, Vince Costello, middle linebacker, and Galen Fish, the right linebacker for the Browns. Gary Collins is the end on the right side on this play. Ball goes into Jimmy Brown. He drives for 5 yards, drives for 9 yards. He was hit by Cinchula, got away. Patton and Nelson finally bring him down as he gets up to the 48. A great second effort by Brown.
This could be, Joe, a good runner's day for big backs like Ernie Wheelwright for the Giants and Jim Brown for the Cleveland team. And I'm sure that we'll see Jim Brown carrying that ball many times today because the field is a little sloppy, not much, but just enough to make it very good for a big back.
2nd and 2 on the Cleveland 48. Ball goes into Brown, cuts inside. Jim Moran has it, but he gets across the midfield stripe to about the 48 before he's pulled down. Moran hit him as he got up to the 49, but Jim's great power carried him down to the Giant 49 at the first down for Cleveland on the Giant 49. Bill Witter playing what amounts to a left end defensively. Ball goes in there to Green. Green breaks off the right side, drives for first down to the Giant 38. They put the ball down on the 4th. He was really flying as he came from the left side, found an opening to the right of center, went through it, and is pulled down on the Giant 40-yard stripe. 2nd and 1. The Browns on the move. Collins split wide to the right side. Ball goes into Brown. Brown is hit around the ankles by Moran, but he has made it a first down down to the Giant 37. First and 10 to go for the Browns on the Giant 37. Of course, running plays run up the clock. 11 minutes, 12 seconds in the first quarter. First time the Browns have had their hands on the ball. Warfield split very wide to the left side. Gary Collins to the right side. Brown is directly behind center. Ball goes to Green off the left side. Hit, no play. Ernie Green hit by Slavy, who came through to drop him for no appreciable gain.
We were talking about this last week, Joe, how Slavy has started to fill those holes so well, and I believe that's about the quickest I've ever seen him react on a quick opening play to the left. Jim Brown took a slant to the left between tackle and guard, and Lou Slavy was in that backfield before Jim Brown knew what to do. He really filled the play very nicely.
Let's call it 2nd down and 9. Pitch out, goes to Brown, he loses the ball. It's rolling around, it's away from him. He is hit. Let's see who's got it. Brown recovered the ball. Brown recovered the ball at midfield. Jim Katavage dropped on top of Brown and almost had the ball. But it is the Browns' ball. Jimmy Brown recovering the pitch out going to the left.
As I mentioned, Joe, this is a tough day for pitch outs and end sweeps because of the type of field it is, and it's a little tough on ball handling. I don't think you'll see them try this too often today.
Third down, 23 yards to go. It's a big one, and the Giants are peeling off, anticipating the pass play. Now, Ryan is the quarterback. You've got to put the big rush on him. Collins is the flanker back on the right side. Ryan going back to throw. Throws downfield to Collins, and he makes the catch and goes out of bounds. They rule a completion. Down around the 32, Erich Barnes cut back for him and slipped, and so Collins got away to make the catch and go out of bounds. But it is 4th down and 4.
Contrary when most people might believe, the offense has the advantage on a day when the field is a little loggy or a little wet. And you'll see many times defenders on both teams being beaten today because they slipped, and the offensive man knows where he's going.
It's on the Giants 32, 4th and 4, and Groves will attempt the field goal from the Giants 38. The kick. It's high enough, long enough. It's good. There's timeout on the field with the score. The Cleveland Browns 3, the New York Giants nothing. 3-0 in the first quarter. Again, it's Morrison split to the left and Gifford to the right side. Kittle coming back to throw. Get some help. Throws over the middle to Morrison. Complete on the 30, 35, 40, 44-yard line. Vince Costello made the stop.
This is a delay over the middle, Joe. Play that used to like to throw to Del Schaffner quite a bit. He circles his halfback out of the backfield and runs him upfield. He delays his split left end a few steps and then brings him very quickly across the middle, and he was all by himself.
First and 10 to go for the Giants on their own 44 as this partisan crowd tells them to go, go, go. Up to the line of scrimmage, the Giants are. Kittle comes back to throw. Throws downfield, intended for Gissel on a button hook. It's complete. It is complete in Brown territory on their 47. Bernie Parrish makes the stop.
Frank is very good at turning that square out, as you know, Joe. But on that play, he was pretty well covered. He came back to the football, which is a cardinal rule with offensive receivers. You must come back to that ball.
Second down and 1. A long one. Let's see who they carry. Kittle's picking out somebody to make sure they block. Turns around, gives it the wheel right. Wheel right pulls through off the left side, and he's got a first down as he carries it to not quite the 43-yard ground line with Vince Costello hanging on to him. It's another first down for the Giants who are on the mark. 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Browns leading 3-0 on Lou Groves' field goal. Ball goes to Jimmy Brown on a handoff by Frank Ryan. He brings it down to the Giant 36. Picked up about not quite 5 yards. We'll call it 2nd and 5. Ball is on between the 36 and 37. Minute and 12 seconds to go in the quarter with the Browns leading 3-0. Down, 3rd and a yard to go, and the ball on the Giant 29. A tight formation. The Browns are massed. Ball goes near to Tittle, who's going to throw for it. Throws a screen pass, complete to Morrison. A marker on the play. He's up to the 45, to the 50, and out of bounds in Brown territory. But a marker was thrown, I believe. Bernie Parrish carried him out of bounds. Apparently, pass interference or holding coming up against Cleveland, which the Giants, of course, will refuse. They've got a first down at midfield. Pass interference against Cleveland. I think Joe was held as he came around there,
Yes,
Joe.
I think the linebacker grabbed a hold of his shirt and wouldn't let him loose. He finally broke loose from him and made a big gain anyway.
First and 10 for the Giants at midfield. Boy, that was a daring play. 3rd and 1, and he threw. Gifford split on the right side. Ball goes to Wheelwright. Through the middle he falls. Picks up 4 yards as he just keeps turning men ahead of him. Driving Mud Gillespie out of the way ahead of him, along with Paul Wiggin. He just put his feet down and kept hammering away, and Big Ernie carries him up for 4 yards.
YA now has 6 passes attempted, and he has completed 4. He threw 5 times in the first period and completed 3.
2nd and 6 to go for the Giants on the Brown 46. 1st and 10 for the Giants on the Brown 38. Gifford split wide to the right side. Tittle back to throw. Throws down into the corner. Complete to Morrison on the 29 and out of bounds on the Brown 29-yard line. Walter Beach covering on the play. It is not quite a first down.
That's the 3rd pass in this series that YA has been hit as he was throwing the ball, Joe. He certainly is staying right with his receivers and holding the ball for the last minute.
He has now thrown 7 times and completed 5.
Tittle brings his team up to the line of scrimmage. Asks the crowd to be quiet. A tight formation. Gifford slightly loose on the right side. A trap play to James. Off to the left side. Spins around. Gets down to about maybe the 7-yard line. Larry Benz made the stop on about the 7. It'll be 2nd down and goal to go.
I think we could be about due, Joe, to see Frank Gifford on one of his patented down and outs or dig out moves for that touchdown. Let's watch him.
That's right. He goes down and goes in that corner and just stays inside. Let's see if Tittle floats to the right with him. He's coming over to the right. He's looking. He's thrown in the corner. Intended for Ernie Wheelwright and broken up by Vince Costello down around the 5-yard line.
That was a play where he sent his tight end, Aaron Thomas, and Frank down as decoys, down and in across the middle, and brought Ernie Wheelwright out into the flat. Tried to hit him, but the linebacker wasn't fooled out there. He was out there with him.
3rd down and 7. The ball directly in midfield as regards the goalpost. Right smack dab in front of them.
Joe Walton, I guess this is where the going really gets tough.
Yes, this is the toughest part of the football game, down inside that 5 and 10-yard line.
Gifford split to the right side. Walton to the left side. Tittle comes back to throw. Throws over the middle. Touchdown! Getting away from Vince Costello right down the middle. Don Chandler will attempt to point out the touchdown. James will hold. The pass is center. It's down. It's kicked. It's up. It's good. The score. The Giants 7, Cleveland 3. Time for a 20-second break on the New York Giants Football Network.
I might mention on the touchdown play to Dick James. Dick James was actually a clear man or a decoy on the play. He was trying to go to his tight end, Aaron Thomas, across the middle, and it looked as though Aaron got knocked off. But Wyatt hung right in there and picked out a secondary receiver, and Dick James was very alert, and we had a touchdown. A nice play on their part.
Tom Costello made the stop on Walter Roberts on the 27. It's 1st and 10 to go for the Browns at that point. Ryan back to throw, looks for Warfield, over the middle, hit by Webb and brought down. It's the 1st down on the Brown 35. Will probably throw to him, Webb being the weak spot in the Giants' aerial defense.
Ryan has thrown twice and completed both passes.
And 10 to go for the Browns on their own 45. Ball goes to Jimmy Brown. He throws through the middle. He's hit. He's got another. It'll be very close to a 1st down as Brown, with another great second effort, keeps driving ahead. And I think we may have a measure here. Let's see. No. It's about a yard short of a first down. He brings the ball down to the Giant 47. Alan Webb made the stop. Jimmy Brown directly behind center. Ball goes to Ernie Green. Ernie Green off the right side. He's hit by Barnes and Patton, but makes it a first down on the Giant 40.
The Browns are moving their offensive attack out a little bit wider. They were running mostly up the middle, trap plays up the middle with Brown, trying to use him as much as they could without too much ball handling. Now they seem to have moved a little wider. They're all running off the ends or off the defensive tackle.
Gary Collins on the right side. They throw to him, complete on the 30. He's hit and brought down on about the 24-yard line. Eric Barnes made the stop. This was, I guess, a looking pass, Joe.
Yes, the same pattern that Warfield caught a couple of minutes ago. Just simply they go upfield about 5 yards, give a head fake to the outside, and look in real quickly. It's a pretty tough pass to defend against.
Both teams, incidentally, have 5 first downs.
It's a first down on the Giant 25, and the crowd asking the Giants to hold him. Ball goes to Jimmy Brown. Jimmy Brown to the outside, and he keeps driving. He has wonderful second effort. He was hit in there by Alan Webb, and finally it was Jimmy Patton who made the stop.
I've been watching Andy Robustelli today, Joe, a little bit, and he looks like he might have about 6 or 7 more years left in him the way he's running around that field today.
A 5-yard pickup, 2nd and 5. Ball just short of the Giant 19. 6 minutes and 56 seconds to play in the first half, with the Giants leading Cleveland 7-3. Gary Collins split wide again to the right side. Ball goes to Jimmy Brown through the middle. Hit as he gets over the middle by Webb. Being pulled down by Scott. It'll be very close for a first down. He got down around the 15.
This is a typical Jimmy Brown play. He uses his strength and his speed and to just bowl over the defensive man. They give him that ball and let him pick his hole up in that middle there, and he really goes.
Joe, Jimmy Brown went into today's game leading the league in yards gained rushing, 1,356. And, of course, we mentioned a little earlier that he has the phenomenal career total of in excess of 10,000 yards. That's quite a number of miles for a football player to run.
13-yard line, 2nd and 8 coming up. Ryan back to throw. Throws, runs out of the pocket. A marker on the play. He's down around the 5. He's down on the 1-yard line. He fumbles in the end zone, and it's recovered by Tom Scott. So I think what happens is he said it's a touchdown. I think he said that Ryan had gotten in there. Alan Webb is furious, and Eric Barnes is keeping him away because Ryan got down to the goal line. Webb has thrown his helmet down because Ryan got down there, was hit and dropped the ball in the end zone, and Scott dropped on the ball, and the official then put his arms up and said it was a touchdown. He did not call a touchdown when the man went in. He waited until Scott had laid on top of the ball before he called it a Brown touchdown. Groza will attempt the point after. It's down, it's good, it's up, it's good. There's a brief delay in the action in time for this brief message. The big thing, Joe, is I think that the Lion was over the goal line. I wouldn't argue that at all. But he was hit and dropped the ball. There still was no signal from the official. Then the ball fell on the goal line in the end zone. Scott dropped on the ball, and then we got the signal that there was a touchdown.
Yes, I think you're right, Joe. I think what Ryan was trying to do, he knew that he was just barely making it, and he was trying to throw his arms a little further into the end zone to ensure the touchdown. And when he did this, I think it shook the ball loose. And it was just a question of whether he was over or not over when he let go of the ball.
And did he have possession of the ball,
Right.
control of it? Snello has carried up to the Giant 28. Same pattern over to the right side. Gifford split on the right side. Wheelwright pulls through the middle. The 40-yard line. Boy, he is rolling through there with Larry Benz taking the stop as he gets up to the 39. A fine call by Tittle. First and 10 to go for the Giants on their own 39.
They're taking quite a bit of advantage of that middle. I think that they found a little weakness in there.
The score, Cleveland 10, the Giants 7. More New York Giants football in just 60 seconds. This is Woody Erdman. Action resumes. Here is Joe Hassel. A pitch out to Wheelwright around the left side. He pulls, gets up over the 40 to perhaps the 41 before he's hit and pulled down by the right side of the Cleveland line.
The tackle on that play, Joe, was made by Galen Fisk mainly. And playing the tight end position myself for a number of years, I happen to think he's one of the most underrated and one of the finest linebackers in this league.
Second and 8, the ball on the Giant 41. Gifford split to the right side. Derwin Wheelwright set deep. Tittle back to throw. Over the middle, complete to Morrison on the 48-yard line and brought down at midfield. Thrown back 2 yards, but it's a first down for the Giants on the Brown 48 with Vince Costello making the stop.
Once again, the Browns, the way they defense Y.A. Tittle, or the Giants, they don't like him to throw that outside pass, the square out that he normally likes to throw. So Y.A. normally will, against the Browns, go to the middle.
It's on the Brown 49. Gifford split to the right side. Again, Tittle is back to throw. Throws to... intercepted by Parrish. He's on the 40, the 35, out of bounds on about the 28. This is the same kind of play that happened out in Cleveland where Parrish picked one off. Second and 18. Ryan back to throw. Looks for Warfield. Complete on the 12-yard line, and he makes the catch. He got away from Alan Webb, and Webb had to go high in the air and did come down on top of Warfield, who checked momentarily to make the catch on the 12-yard line. Jimmy Patton was backing up on the play.
Here again, I noticed that they've started moving Warfield out, splitting him out a little bit so that he can get away from Tom Scott, who has been harassing him quite a bit when he's in close. And it gives him more room to maneuver, and it makes him much tougher to cover.
Time for a 20-second break on the New York Giants Football Network. Warfield split to the left side. Ryan going back to throw. He's flooding the area. He throws for Gary Collins in the end zone. He's covered by Jimmy Patton. And the pass was low. It was about knee-high. Collins unable to get to it at 2nd and 10 on the Giants 12. Well, that pass play took 3 seconds, so you can see why a passing game runs pretty long. We, incidentally, have had the lights turned on here since 10 minutes before kickoff time. Going in is number 87, Tom Hutchinson. Coming out is Johnny Brewer, normally the tight end on the right side. Again, it's the double wing. Ryan throws over the middle. Touchdown to Collins.
Gary Collins caught that same pass a few minutes ago. Simple look in, down and in. It's a tough pass to defend against. Frank Ryan is noted for his inside throwing. He likes to throw down the middle quite a bit, and he has the receivers to do this with.
Rosa, if he kicks this point after him, will set a new personal scoring record for himself of 110 points. It's down, it's up, it is good. There's timeout on the field with the score. The Cleveland Browns 17, the New York Giants 7. The action continues. Middle of the quarterback. Y.A. comes back to throw. Throws over the middle. It is complete to Morrison on about the 34 as the Giants again call timeout. He's hit immediately by Vince Costello. At best, a 2-yard gain.
On that play, Joe, we had run this before. The Giants had run this before. They sent the halfback circling around the end and up deep and delayed Joe Morrison, who was put out a few steps, and brought him over the middle. And it worked the last time, and this time it didn't. However, the halfback who circled out of the backfield, Steve Thurlow, was wide open down the field. You may see why he come back to it a couple of plays from now, or maybe this play, because no one even looked at Thurlow as he ran down the field. They all went to Morrison.
Field is very wide to the left side. He's talking to Jimmy Brown as he comes up to get behind the center, takes it on a quick snap, goes back to the 40. He's looking for Warfield. He throws down into the 5-yard line. He's got it on the 5. It goes into the end zone. He bounced up, but his knees had touched the ground, and they're explaining to him that his knees had touched the ground on the 1-yard line.
This is a play where Warfield just showed us his speed. He went downfield and didn't give the defensive man much of a move at all. He just turned on the speed, and unfortunately the defensive backs of the Giants couldn't get back there with him, and it was a nice pass by Frank Ryan.
He made the catch with Alan Webb and Jimmy Patton around him on the 5 and was hit and went down on the 1. He did go into the end zone, but the officials ruled that his knees had touched the ground on the 1-yard line, and that's where the ball is down. So it's a first down on the Giant 1. Kelly on the 1-yard line, Roberts on the 5-yard line. Chandler Booth, a bit short, coming down to Roberts on the 7. He's up to the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30, 35, up to the 38-yard line before he is brought down. It looked as if Bill Winter and Frank Lasky brought him down on the far side of the field. A very fine run back. So the ball is spotted on the 39. It'll be 1st and 10 to go for the Browns. He's spotted deep with Green. It goes to Green off the right side. He's got a bit of a hole. Drives down to the 27, maybe the 26. Patton made the stop with Slavey and Witt. It's on the 27. Picked up 6 yards, 2nd and 4. Ball in midfield as regards the sideline. Again, the Browns carrying it to the Giants, getting off the ball very quickly and good fine running attack. Ryan into his count. Gives the ball to Brown, who this time gets hit immediately by Jim Moran, gets down to the 25, picked up 2 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 2 coming up, the ball directly on the Giants' 25-yard line.
There's been much talk, Joe, about the rookies and the young men who have done so well for the Giant defense. And I think a special mention should be made of Jim Moran, who has been doing a fine job taking over for John Levatier and John Consulis in that middle. He's been doing a real fine job there today.
Warfield split wide to the left side. Gary Collins is split end on the right side. A fake to Brown, a pitch going to Green on the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown.
This is a play, Joe, that brings Green out of the backfield, once again forcing linebackers to cover halfbacks and fullbacks. It's been a problem for the National Football League for all the teams. And Frank Ryan took advantage of here again today by hitting Ernie Green down that sideline with a linebacker trying to cover him.
Rose will attempt the point after. He'll kick it from about the 10. The pass in center. It's down, it's kicked, it's up. It's good. Ball goes to Thurlow through the middle. He's got 5. He's got 10 yards. He's got a first down.
Joe, that was a nice bit of ball handling by Gary Wood there. I almost felt he was going to pitch that ball out, then he pulled it in and handed it off.
Yes, he's a very good ball handler. He reminds me a lot of Eddie LeBaron, quarterback I played with in Washington. He's a little bit taller than Eddie, but he has that same good, quick ball handling that Eddie LeBaron used to have.
Well, they set the ball down, and it's about a yard short of a first down. There's a brief delay in the action time for this brief message. Wood's got to come up with a big play here so the Giants can retain possession. Coming back to throw. Throws down into the flat. Complete to Morrison. Morrison goes out of bounds just around the 6. Walter Beach hanging on to him. He kicked the 6 as he went out of bounds, and it is not a first down. Warfield split wide to the left side. Ball goes here to Jimmy Brown. He's got a big hole. He's got 10. He's got 15. He's down to the 15. Boy, he was galloping through there. He got down to the 12-yard line.
Jimmy can really sense when he breaks through that line that he's got running room, and he can start bringing up those legs just to make sure that he's really moving.
He's traveling a good foot off the ground when he gives it that gallop motion, Joe, and he must be a very tough man to stop. The first down on the Giant 12, and that's the best individual effort from Brown this afternoon as far as picking up yardage in one play is concerned. He again on the double wing is the only man set deep. Ryan gives it to him. He looks for a hole in the middle. He gets over the 10. He still keeps plugging. He has a man in front, Johnny Morrow, trying to open up the hole for him, but Morrow can't get through. So Jim gets over the 10 down to the 9. Picked up 3 yards, 2nd and 7 coming up. Browns huddle on the Giant 20. Up to the line of scrimmage come the Browns. Paul Warfield screwed on the left side. Gary Collins on the right side. Jim Brown again set deep. Ernie Green over to the left side. Green's got the ball. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. It looks like Andy Stinchula hit him first, and then Lou Slavey came up. So Ernie Green got down around the 8-yard line. Picked up 1 yard. 3rd and 6.
It was a form of a draw play to Ernie Green that time, Joe. He sat back on his haunches and waited till Frank Ryan brought that ball back to him, and receivers moved downfield, and then Green stepped up for the ball, the quick trap.
As Ryan comes up to the line of scrimmage, he says something to Jimmy Brown. Again, it's the double wing. He's looking for Warfield over the middle. Warfield made the catch in the end zone. Alan Webb was hanging on him, and Warfield made the catch in the end zone. Will attempt the point after. The pass is done. Rich put down. It's kicked. It's up. It's good. There's timeout on the field with the score. The Cleveland Browns 38. The New York Giants 7. DuPont. Luke Rosa will kick off for the Browns. He moves up on the ball. He boots high and deep. Coming down to Homer Jones on the 5. He's up to the 10-yard line. The 15, the 20, the 25, up to the 27, and then he is slowed down. Charlie Scales and Lowell Cale are making the stop. It'll be 1st and 10 to go for the Giants on their own 27. A nice run back of 22 yards. 8 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Spending lots of time in the huddle on this one.
Could have been. I thought maybe that it was designed that way from where I sat here.
Wood back to throw. He's being rushed. Gets away from Fisk. Steps out of the pocket. Throws over the middle. Complete to Morrison on the 40-yard line. It's a first down for the Giants. The kid doing some fine ballet dancing back there to get away from 2 of the on-rushing linebackers.
Looked as though Galen Fisk had the best shot at him, and Jerry gave him that little duck underneath, which he does so well, and Fisk went flying over top of him, and Gary kept his head and found Joe Morrison sneaking over the middle.
First down for the Giants on their own 40. 1st and 10. Morrison split to the left side. Thomas split to the left side. Gifford is the end on the right side. Pitch out this time to Thurlow around the left side. He's going to throw. He's hit. Bill Glass has got him and brings him down on the 34. Glass coming in. He elected to eat the football.
Looked like an option play. I think he was trying to go to Aaron Thomas out in the left flat, and Aaron was covered pretty well. So I think he did a wise move by keeping that ball and going to the ground.
7 minutes left in the third quarter. The Cleveland Browns leading the Giants 38-7. Ball on the Giant 35. Wood back to throw. Throws over the middle, completes to Gifford. Gifford running along, gets up just short of the midfield stripe. He tried to use a straight arm there. Galen Fisk came up to make the stop. It was Larry Benz that he tried the straight arm and got away just momentarily. I think it's about a yard short of a first down. 4th and 1. The crowd's asking to go for it. Giants huddling on their own 40. Up to the line of scrimmage come the Giants. They've got a 7-man line going against a wheelwright. A fumble picked up by Wood, and Wood is being pulled down on the 45. I think the handoff to Wheelwright was fumbled, Joe.
Yes, there was the exchange between Wheelwright and Wood, and it looked as though Wheelwright would have gone for the first down very easily. Unfortunately, Gary spun a little late, I think, and he's kind of walking off in disgust with himself because he hit Wheelwright in the back of the hip, and it was a little tough to make that exchange.
Wheelwright did plow through. Matter of fact, the way he was roaring through, we thought he did have the ball, and suddenly the ball was bobbling there, and Wheelwright kind of slowed up as he was in the ground secondaries to say, where is it? And it was on the ground. Ryan has his team up at the line of scrimmage. Gary Collins split to the right side. Ball goes to Jimmy Brown. He gets away from Slaby, but Andy Robicelli moves to the inside to make the stop as Brown brings the ball to the Giant 45.
Browns will definitely, Joe, go to a ball control game now, if at all possible, trying to eat that clock as much as they can and protect that big lead they have.
Tom Hutchinson goes in at the right end. 2nd and 7. Ryan back to throw. Looks for Warfield. Finds him. Warfield running around the 43. Slaby hits him. He was waiting for men to come down, and I must say, 3 of them came down to stop blocking for him, but Slaby angled around and pulled him down.
They've used this play quite a bit this year. I've noticed on films and studying them in other games. They throw that ball out to Warfield, and it's similar to a screen pass, and the lineman will break down across after he catches it and try to pick up blocking for him. Dallas also used it with Tommy McDonald.
3rd and 3, ball on the Giant 41. Dick James has replaced Jim Patton in the Giant secondary. It's come to Brown. Ryan dropping back. Throws over the middle. Complete to Johnny Brewer on the Giant 30, and he gets down to the 28. Tackled by Nelson, James, and Slaby.
Johnny Brewer is primarily a blocker as the tight end for the Cleveland Browns. He, in contrast to a fellow like Aaron Thomas, is not a deep receiver or catches too many passes, but he's very effective on the short ones over the middle and very effective as a blocker.
1st and 10 on the Giants 28. 7-man line going against the Browns. Ball goes into Jimmy Brown, and again he's driving. He gets down around the 20-yard line with that fine drive, that second effort of his, and good thigh action as he comes rip-roaring through there. Slaby made the stop along with Jim Cat Cavitt. He's down to the 21. 2nd and 3. So this is one of those days that Jimmy Brown has not very often against the Giants, Joe.
That's right, Joe. He hasn't had too many real big ones.
Tom Hutchinson split to the right side. Now he comes in to make a tight end on the right side. Pitch out goes to Green around the right side. He's down to the 15-yard line. Dick James makes the stop along with Lou Slaby. the first down for the Browns on the Giant 15.
The schedule of games taking place tomorrow: Washington at Baltimore, Philadelphia at St. Louis, Green Bay at Los Angeles, Minnesota at Chicago, Pittsburgh at Dallas, and San Francisco at Detroit. Three teams, of course, battling for the runner-up spot in the Western Division: Green Bay, Minnesota, and Detroit.
Up to the line of scrimmage come the Cleveland Browns. Frank Ryan, the quarterback. Here's the ball to Jimmy Brown. Jimmy finds a hole, drives down in over the 10-yard line, gallops down to about the 8-yard line. Well, Wally Lem, the coach of the St. Louis Cardinals, had said that he had hoped that Allie Sherman would start Y.A. Tittle, and he did, so there can be no repercussions from that end.
I'm sure of that, but I'm sure that had no influence on Coach Sherman's decision.
Second down and 3 to go. Second down and 3 to go for the Browns on the Giant 8. In just 60 seconds. December going back to throw. Glass is coming in on him. He gets away from him. Pass is complete to wheel-right fumble. Recovered by the Browns. Morrison makes the tackle of the Brownie who made the grab. Let's see who it is. Larry Benz made the grab of the fumble, so it's the Browns ball on their own 48.
I'm sure, Joe, with the score mounting the way it is against the Giants here in the fourth quarter, that Blanton Collier will try to rest and keep away from injury as many of his regulars as he can. I'm sure you'll see a lot of the second-line Browns in the ballgame.
Jim Nanowski was warming. He's in there now. He was warming up on the sidelines. He's in there now. Ryan has passed for 5 touchdowns and scored one himself. Clifton McNeil is the flanker back on the right side for the Cleveland Browns. Ball goes in there to Kelly. Kelly goes high in the air as he's hit and brought down on about the 42-yard line. Jerry Hillebrand made the stop, Joe.
Kelly's the boy, Joe, that made the long run with the punt in Cleveland that broke the game wide open in Cleveland against the Giants. He's got great speed and he can really move.
It's a first down to the Giant 42-yard line. Dale Memelaar is in at right guard. Johnny Brown in at right tackle for Cleveland. Up to the line of scrimmage come the Browns. Cliff McNeil split to the right side. It's the double wing formation. Danowski coming back to throw. Throws far downfield. Caught by McNeil on about the 13-yard line. He was covered by Eric Barnes, but moving in from one side was Tom Hutchinson. Cliff McDaniel made a nice catch and comes back and pats Danowski on the seat of the pants.
I've been in that position before myself where you wait and you wait to get a chance to play, and all of a sudden you get in and make a nice catch, and you're as happy about it as anybody. You go back and pat the quarterback on the back even though you made the catch.
It's a first down. It's on the 14-yard line, on the Giant 14. First and 10 to go for Cleveland. McNeil again split to the right side. Kelly and Scales are set deep. Ball goes to Kelly around the right side. Picks up blockers. Down to the 10-yard line. Barnes made the stop. He picked up his blockers pretty nice there, Joe. At least he was waiting for them to get in front of him just like Jimmy Brown does.
Yes, I think he must have been watching him pretty closely all year, and he probably learned some very good lessons from Jim.
I think this total, Woody, of 45 points is the highest scored against the Giants this year. I think the 42 the Browns scored was the highest previous. Nanowski, the quarterback, goes into his case. It's a long count. He's coming back to throw. He is hit. He is hit by Cat Cabbage and upended. He was looking for Walter Roberts, I believe, in the end zone. And Cat Cabbage came in from the blind side to pull him down on about the 22. So it's 3rd and 18 to go.
Roberts was trying to run a big out or down and out against Allen Webb And Allen had him covered very nicely. I don't believe that Roberts has the experience or the practice at it that Warfield does, and he's not quite as good on his moves. I'm sure that he has just as much speed.